Greetings, friends. It's me, Al, and I just wanted to come on and give a little update on a few things that I've been working on. And as a potter myself, I'm trying to be a potter, aren't we all? Right? If you make pots, you're a potter. That's all. That's all you need to do is show up. Writers, they write. Runners, they run. Potters, they make pots. So I've been trying to make pots, and I've been taking a summer break. And it's been nice because I've been reading and thinking and reading some more. And for the last 2 years, I've been doing journaling, and I really didn't have a journal geared towards the pottery. And so I kind of wanted a better type sketchbook so that I would be able to keep track of projects and their progress, project management, a little bit, and also to jot down my ideas on how I want things to hopefully turn out. So I put all that into a database and all that, right? And I made this little book on Amazon. It's called, it's going to be backwards to you, right? But it's called My Pottery Projects. So basically, this book, it's 150 project pages for you to use. And it gives you space to draw, gives the date up here, your project name. And also in this section, it has things to remind you about composition and form. I put in the statement you're trying to make, the size you want it to be, harmony, symmetry, form and shape, color, texture, asymmetry, negative space, functionality, like how it'll work, pattern, line, emotion, symbols, weight, and sound, because some people can make musical instruments in clay, right? So here's an example of it filled out, and as you can see, it's pretty helpful. This is for some crocks I'm working on, and you have a pretty decent space right here to fill in notes. And then you have follow-up, which is in the follow-up section, your start date, the due date. So these could be used as work orders for customers too, right? The clay type, the glaze type, bisque fire date, glaze fire date, and if you need to refire, that date's there, or if you fire twice, right? And then the cone temp. In future editions of these, I may put cone temp / work heat, because the cone does not give you the temperature, it gives you the work heat, and that is much different. But yeah, so I made this. You can pick it up on Amazon. It's called My Pottery Projects, and it's a good thickness. A little bit about me on the back there. Here's my picture. And I just put that on there on the back to show that this was created by a potter for potters, right? And so it wasn't created by somebody who wasn't familiar with the art and craft of working in clay. And it can actually be useful. And it's all bound in this nice glossy cover. Wipes off easy. I already spilled coffee on it once or twice. And so I'm going to start filling this up. I have my candles in here. I'm going to try to do another candle run with pinch bottoms. So that's what I'm working on there. That little nub there is the wood wick. And you can see how I checked off some things that I want to show on these candles. So, you know, texture, line, all that, to make sure that I got everything. Because a lot of times when we're making forms, we may forget how to enhance those forms and what story we would like to tell with that. Because a lot of us just struggle maybe making the form itself. But once you get there, right, you want to add other things and to make sure that your piece is saying the right things to the right people or ways to make your projects interesting using composition and other elements, right, to think about. So with that, my pottery projects. Now, the second book, heavily influenced by Viktor Frankl and Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, also Donald Miller and Seth Godin, my 2 favorite business philosophers, or I don't want to say mentors. They didn't mentor me, but I love Donald Miller's story brand idea and telling your story. But in here, my pottery journal, I've been journaling for 2 years now, and I've been doing it in a bullet journal. And the way I have it set up is I put, if I lived yesterday a second time, what would I do different? I have that section, and then I have underneath things I got to enjoy, and also that's like a little gratitude section, right? Because sometimes we get so busy we don't even think about what we enjoyed, right? Because we're always looking ahead, and so that helps you reflect. And then I put an interesting thing here. Viktor Frankl talked a lot about this in his book Man's Search for Meaning, and Stephen Covey in his book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Always work with the end in mind, right? Either the end of your project, how you want it to go, or your life, right? What will people say about you at the end of your life? And how do you want your decisions now to influence those goals that you may have later? So in here I put the My Potter's Journal, My Pottery Journal. And it gives you 150 pages of journaling, and in the front, I put your personal mission statement, an area to put your core values and guiding principles. Your core values are your beliefs and your ideas about how you would like to live and base your decisions off from. And guiding principles are those things that help you create your goals and make decisions, right? So you can have that right in your front. Every time you open this book, it'll be right there, and you can see it, your personal mission statement. So take some time when you figure that out. I have. Sounds kind of morbid, but I even wrote my own obituary on what I would like people to say about me after I'm gone. Was I kind? Did I support the community? Did my work bring good to the world in some way, right? And what am I trying to say with my work, and what is my story? So after that, you get into the journal section. I got 1 year, 5 year, and 10-year plan. So you may not know, just write something in there, some goal that you would like, that you dream about in 10 years, and then break it down, right? And to smaller bits. And as you're writing your core values and guiding principles, think about those goals that you want. And then you get into the journal section, which gives you a big section to write. You can do it every day, once a week, twice a week on here. And then at the bottom there's a small section for that reflection, and also for writing in how many weeks you have left if you live to be 86, and am I enjoying life? Yes or no? So each day you can, or anytime you use this, you can reevaluate how you're doing in your personal life and in the pottery, and why you're making the pots in the first place, maybe, right? So I have a few changes. These are the not for sale copy, but I have a few changes to do on this journal, and I'm probably going to do that today. This is already, my Pottery Project workbook is already up for sale, and there's probably some mistakes in it, but that's okay. I'm not a writer, I'm a potter, right? And some of the things grammar and all that, I'm not all that concerned about. I'm a potter. So, but I'm trying to get better at writing. And also on the back here, there's a little section about how to use the journal and what the journal's about. And then Al Wayman is the artist and creator of pottery. Mainly because I just wanted people to know that these little books that you can use were created by a person who's actually an artist who makes work, right? And in the trenches with you. So that's what I've been working on. So, big things. I got the fall show coming up. I need to get work for that. And I need to start taking apart that kiln, that wood kiln. So I need to do that. But it's been so hot and so rainy. And I've been trying to get the person who did the pad for this little shop here, my pottery shop, to come and do the pad for the wood kiln. So that's in the works. Everybody's just been so busy. The summer's been hot. It's been raining. Tuscarora Creek has been roaring and from the rain. And I'm having an amazing summer. I took that break, been reading some books, and I got some cobwebs in the old throwing pail, but that's all going to change very soon, maybe even by tomorrow. I'm going to need to start throwing the candle cups, right? Because I have to send them out to get filled. So hopefully, if anybody uses the journals, I made them for myself mainly and for one other person, right? I'm not looking to get rich. You don't get rich off this stuff. You don't even get rich off the pots, right? But hopefully one person can use this to organize their life in some way, right? And to make things a little bit more easier and to make better work for people who care, right? Because that's what we do as potters. If we sell our work, we make work that matters for people who care. All right, so take care, friends. Take care of yourselves and each other, and happy potting.